our next servant in Fate Extella Link, the one and only, the writer servant, Astolfo, and one of my personal favorites, so, if not my favorite, servant of all time, but besides the point, I almost guarantee you this is going to be the longest guide of all of them, because of how much I know about this servant and how much I played as this servant, because, oops, not sport, because he's always, like, since I've unlocked him, I've played as him. Hell, I've even went into PvP not knowing a damn thing about the game, just so I could go and play as Astolfo. He's been in, on my main account that I use all the time, he's been in at least 98 battles. I don't think there's any way for me to say it, but this guy is legitimately my main character. Like, there's a reason why he's all, like, if you were to see any of my previous streams, besides my other character guide, you will always see Astolfo was the one I'm using. Or if he's not the one I was using, he's the one I am using. And give me 2 seconds. I just seen a notification pop up. I like keeping up on this shit. But yeah, but yeah, no, sorry guys, I was reading something real quick. But yeah, no, Astolfo is not quite the strongest character in the game, and he's also been very harshly ranked, and but yeah, no, Astolfo is very harshly ranked among all the servants. I don't know why, and I think everyone's kind of stupid to dismiss him, because unless you're like a diehard fan to the guy, I mean, the odds are you overlook Astolfo completely, like he's not even in the game, man. It's like, if you ask me, I think he's by far one of the best servants in the game. Not because of my love for him, but just because just how I managed to master him is just, I find him to be one of the best in the game due to my playstyle and how he plays out. But then again, I also did say I didn't intentionally buy this game to play as Astolfo, but he was a very big factor of my eagerness to want to play this, is because, I did know that Astolfo was going to be in the game. So that's why I chose this game in particular over Umbriel Star. So that is a big thing. Like, I'm not trying to be biased when I say I like him a bunch, just he does have a huge factor of why I decided to play the game, but he wasn't the exact reason, and he will always be a good reason for me to play this game. But instead of me rambling about why Astolfo is so damn great, oh yeah, this game also introduced a lot of people, I guess. I mean, he's a great character. I just loved him in the anime, so I couldn't help but to want to play as him in any game, just to see if he was even there. Whether I could play as him or support troop him, I mean, shit. The boy was gonna be in my game. I can't say that Umbriel is any better, it's just I don't own the game, and the only reason why I own the game is either platinum trophy or just to get costumes, but being that I already got a pretty good set of costumes I like for everyone, or just don't want them, yeah. And even then, I'm not going to just look it up, so. But without further ado, let's actually get into the servant and how he plays out, and the best way I found him, and the reason why I find him to be by far one of the best servants I've chosen all this time. Even if, like, no matter what, I will always think he's one of the best. And when I do rank all my characters, expect him to be very high on Okay. Yeah. Which, like, I'm not gonna be biased when I say this, but I'm straight up gonna tell you, Astolfo is gonna be high on my ranking list. There's no doubt. When you can straight up look, this is the main account. This is the account I play everything on, not my study account. Like, not the account I use to, you know, make, you know, to put these guides together. No, he's the guy I use all the time. When you can straight up see at the bottom right corner, battles 98. I don't think there's any reason for me to say he's not going to be ranked up this high. Granted, I can't tell you he's going to be number 1, but I will say expect him in the top 5 no matter what. So, spoiler alert. But, despite all this, let's actually get down to the rankings and, well, no, get down to the character stats. I was talking about ranking these suckers and, yeah. And actually, before I go into that, some more follow-up information. For those who do actually enjoy this character a lot, or as much as I do, I have decided to make a little funsy video with the entire thing. Like, I plan on making just kind of like cutting up a bunch of gameplay, throwing in photos and shit. Like, it's nothing too serious. It's just for funsies. The music I'll be using, you got a copyright complaint? Shove it up your ass. I don't care. But, besides that, I mean, it's just gonna be for funsies. And it's just supposed to be, yeah, fun, really. Other than that, oh shit, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something, hold on. Yeah, if I remember it, I'll let you know, but besides that, I mean, I do have that, and as soon as I complete all the character guides, I will be working on the official ranking, in my opinion, like my opinion ranks. So from that, I'm not sure what else I had in mind. I'm pretty sure that's what I had in mind, but what do I know? But Astolfo's base stats, I'm actually going to get into the guy instead of wasting more time. Another 10 or 7 some minutes trying to go and talk about how much I enjoy this guy. This is why it's going to be so... Why this guy is going to be longer than the others, because I'm going to probably get so carried away with talking about this. Plus, I will say, I'm playing an extra match. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm doing an extra battle for you guys. Just because, you know, it's convenient for me, and why not? Plus, I mean, this is only a boss battle servant, or no, a boss battle, and yeah, I want to actually show you more than just him being the shit out of a boss. So, anyways, getting down to it, getting down to it, Astolfo's base attack is 150, and his defense is 135. Not the best. There's a reason why he's been noted to be one of the weaker servants. Hell, he said he's one of the weaker servants. I can pull up the damn servant gallery. Or the chat, he straight up says it himself. It's funny. But, I mean, right there, I mean, I could already tell you he's not the strongest. And I don't give two shits if he is. I made him the strongest. But, here are the, I've already have everything equipped and in advance. My Astolfo, like, I'm not gonna show you the, like, my recommended, like, when I'm gonna be playing through this, I'm not gonna have my recommended install skills on set, because, because with how I have it, because he's my main, and right now Gilgamesh is not maxed out bond level or high enough to have all his install skills equipped right now, which I'll get into why I'm mentioning that. You'll see that when I get down to the install skills, but I'm not going to be demonstrating that. I'll be demonstrating my current builds for him. So, but without further ado, I'm actually going to talk about these install skills now and what they do. And when I made and chose these skills, I did not care at all of what was what. Like, what I mean by that is, I didn't choose him to be supportive. I didn't choose him to be tanky. I just chose him to be him and do whatever the hell I wanted. Yeah, honestly, I do wish the buff skill does have its own icon, and that's actually a very good point. Thank you for pulling that up. I will talk about the buff skills, I like my opinion on those once I get down to the buff skill. But, yeah, no, I didn't particularly try to, like, when I went for, like, Nero, I didn't put on, like, and when I put, like, fire elements and shit on her, I didn't do that with him. I completely said, I'm putting what I want on him. I put what I found was the most efficient and what I found to be the most useful, in my opinion. But, I mean, what I chose, the first skill I chose to use was the consecutive flash of the small sword. That's a mouthful. But, I don't know exactly the percentages of how much it would affect your stats, but I could already tell you, and with my bite, oh, there it is. I could already tell you, you could tell a huge difference within the battle while having that equipped. And many people probably don't even think about having it, but I will get to the power up or the buff skill in a second. Very excited, I do appreciate that. You're excited as I am, let me tell you. But pretty much all this really is, it's got a base power of 19.20 with a 9-second cooldown, so a very useful skill to have just because it does a decent amount of attack damage, and you're pretty, you know, you could do it fairly often, you know, about maybe depending on, if I was to say, if you were to go after the aggressors and aggressors only and don't focus on regular enemies, you could probably activate this maybe about 3, maybe 4 times if you were to not pay attention to any sort of regular enemy to whatever, and you just go after the aggressors. You could activate this about 4 or 5 times actually, which is really nice. And if you're up against like defense, it's still a very good move to have, because just a chain amount of hits to kind of stop what your opponent's doing and stuff like that is very useful. So I mean, it's a great skill, not supposed to be big, strong hitting. It's just supposed to be there to do its job, get on with it, but it's very fun to use at the very least. By far, I think Astolfo's most important skill, like this skill, if you were ever, I can't say lucky enough or unlucky enough, because it's a matter of perspective, the Hippogriff Rush is by far one of the most annoying skills to deal with online, just for the simple fact that some jackasses, not naming off names, I mean, like to use it. I mean, you don't use the skill anymore. Oh man, we got a problem now, let me tell you. This skill can ultimately be a game changer, just for the simple fact that, you know, its cooldown, it does take a few seconds longer to cool down, I will say that. But with this, you will straight up trash down enemies' health. Like, actually, I might do a third example just to show you how strong Astolfo truly is, because, like, besides the mission I'm in right now, FTW. Please spell out what that means. You lost me when you said FTW. You lost me. But no, pretty much, like, I will do 3 separate fights to show you exactly how much power this will do, and so you're not like, oh well, he's fighting lower levels, of course he's gonna seem badass. No, I'm gonna show you exactly how much power this motherfucker could have. And it is by far, I think, impressive for somebody like him. And being that he's very good at chaining off his moves is by far the best thing. Like, that's what I like about this move. It is very easy to chain up combos and for the win. No, you said FTW. I'm like, head tilt, what? But oh yeah, reduced earth. It does in fact make Hippogriff move faster, which is, yeah. And having any like sort of any of the attachment, like the dropped codecast. Oh yeah, that makes him even faster. If I was gonna go and make him run around the map kind of like a crackhead per se, I would definitely tag on a bunch of reduced earths and stuff like that. Like, it's really great for mobility, but this is a I don't think I actually gotten down to the stats, like anything besides how good. Like, this is why I'm gonna have such a problem with this, is because I am constantly getting sidetracked from the actual thing to talk about how, like, I think I've gone in depth with the moves more than I have with other people. Shit. But I know it's fairly good at chaining combos, and definitely a great move to have on him, because what this is gonna do is pretty much you're gonna jump on Hippogriff and you're pretty much like a card, more or less. I mean, it says that in the description you could somewhat control it, but what it means by that is you can control it yourself. However, it's not, you know, super easy to do. Like, if you don't know how to do it, the control's gonna say yeah, somewhat, but if you do know how to control it as well as I have and stuff like that, then that's irrelevant. Just throwing that out right there right now. Like, it says somewhat controllable. It's fully controllable. It's just you need to learn how to use it before you could go and say whether it is or is not. But that's pretty much all it is. It's pretty much like GTA. You're hopping in a car, you're gonna hit somebody with that car. That's all it is. You're hopping on Hippogriff and you're gonna rush forward, knocking into everybody you see. Simple enough, easy enough, combo enough. This has an attack power of 20.15 with a cooldown of 12 seconds. Very nice, if you ask me. Like what? I think it's like what, 3 seconds more than the consecutive splash of the small sword. Very nice. And those are the only 2 attack moves you'll ever see me have on him. This is where I said I'm not trying to make him defense, offense, because the bottom 4 skills of his, I want to say that the bottom 3 at the very least are defense skills. All of his power up, touch it and fall, and Luna Break, Manual, all 3 of these are all defense skills only. I never once seen it to where this is like, those are all defense skills, just with how I use them. Not defense, they're all supportive. I think that's the best term to put it, is they're all support skills. And they're not meant to hurt nothing, because yeah, but they can. And I'm actually gonna also go over the Lunar Break manual as well. Even though I don't have it equipped, I'll go over that as well. But I also forgot to mention the small small sword is a close range attack, while the Hippogriff rush is a rush attack, and the Hippogriff is also a Rider class exclusive. So it's, yeah, one of those few things, and it's also Astolfo's one and only exclusive, you know, has one and only skill that is Rider class. So another reason to have it is that's your one and only. But next we have Power Up, coming in at 25 seconds of cooldown with no exact power to it. It's a strengthening skill, it's a buff skill, and before I actually get into it, in the live chat, I actually seen someone point out the fact that they should have like an icon for when this thing goes and activates and deactivates. And I completely agree, because half the time I'm like, when the hell does this stuff go out? I think one of those things they should have done was not just for buff skills, but for every skill altogether. They buff skills, installs, or not install, but buff skills, active, codecast, all that stuff. Anything that gives you a buff, I think they should have given you a little thing instead of you questioning when it's gonna deactivate. Although yes, with codecast it gives you a, like, this is gonna be up for like 45 seconds, I think they should have honestly put down like a little icon, just like maybe at the upper, right by the minimap maybe, so that you know you're paying attention and stuff like that, or somewhere by like maybe above your health bar or something, just somewhere to where you could see, okay, my thing's deactivated, I need a new one instead. Okay, I'm not sure when it's going to deactivate, let's throw it on. So, and I was also asked, how much does this boost up your stats? I have no idea. I will straight up tell you, I have no idea. The only thing is, I can definitely say, although I don't know the exact stats to how much it boosts up, because, actually, oops. Although I can't actually pull up more in-depth details on this as of, like I can't pull up the details on this one where I can't, you know, just pull up like the board for like install skills. This doesn't have it, but so I can't tell you the percentages really. But what I do know is it can definitely be a game changer, because it's pretty much like an infinite codecast, really. A infinite cooldown codecast. That's what this is. And the reason why I say it's like that is because oh, okay, well, I guess there is a way to tell. I just never really paid attention too much to that. But, I mean, for people who don't pay attention to, like, the little auras and stuff, I still think it's very nice to have something to tell you. Especially when, you know, half the time, you know, things are already flashing like crazy, because it's an anime game. Come on. Anime game. You expect shit not to flash and blow up. But, besides me being a smartass like that, oh yeah, the camera can be a little bit more annoying on it, but that's also just kind of where you have to learn to get used to it and play around it. And being that when I first played the game, like I said, I jumped straight online. I did not even know how, like, I got through the tutorial, I kid you not, I sped through the tutorial, like, fuck this, like, no, I'll figure this out. Knowing that it would have been more complex, because this is legitimately my first anime game I've ever played, and so far has been the only one I've played. I've never touched anything like this before. I've played a bunch of like GTA, Call of Duty, you name it. I've played games like that. I've played many sort of things, but this itself, I've never played a thing like that. And when I first started up, I went online regardless, just to play as this character, and I've pretty much learned from the beginning how to play as Astolfo. So it's like all my experience, this is where I'm like, this is why I don't notice the small things like the camera angles and stuff. It's because I've already played with it so much. I can already tell you, I played so long with this, it's like I don't even tell it's there. And even if that's not the case, I don't really recognize small details like that, because it's like, wait, it's tilted? What? I didn't realize that deal. It's just one of those things. But yeah, like I was saying before I got a little sidetracked trying to explain a little more to the comments and stuff, power up, all this is really going to do is boost up your speed and your attack power. By how much, I have no idea. But I can tell you, it's pretty much like having an infinite code cast on you. Because you could, every 25 seconds of your match, and usually, assuming you're not higher level than your opponent, or even if you are, with how this would go, it's actually going to, most matches, like assuming you're trying to take over every sector and all that fun stuff, these matches, I would say, takes about 20 minutes. Even after, you know, trying to rush, it still takes about 15 to 20 minutes, I would feel. And I think I have, I mean, I've recorded the general gist of that, like, not like in notes, I mean, like, I legitimately recorded it, and like streams and stuff. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna be the opponent for this one. Oh yeah. Oh, you're gonna. I misread that. I'm stupid. Oh yeah. I guarantee I'm gonna have a hell of a fight, and I guarantee I'm gonna be, at the very least, giving it all my have. I have no excuses for losing this battle, or the online battle here. I have no excuse. With how much I claim to play as this guy, there's no excuse for me to lose this one. And I don't want my opponent, which I will say I already know how well this opponent is. I will already tell you it's going to be a hell of a fight, and it's going to be a gruesome fight. So, but at the very least, you know, it will be that. But yeah, that's pretty much all Power Up does. As it states, it powers you up. It gives you pretty much 2 separate code casts in 1 move. So doing the math, which I'm not going to because I'm not a math teacher, because I'm not. This is pretty much, you know, 25 seconds, about a 20-minute match. Sometimes it goes over, sometimes it goes under. But like a typical game, I've realized takes about 20 minutes. So you do the math, and even then, half the time I use this, or I hold on to this skill just in case I need it. It's one of those things, like, you'll see me play like a couple of matches, because like I said, I'm gonna be able to rush. Like, there's gonna be 2 boss battle matches, because yeah, I'm also still trying to progress within my trophy list, and then I'll show you a full-blown like sector taking match, so it's not just like, oh, that was just a boss battle. It'll be more in-depth. And then the 3rd match is actually just going to show me against level 150 dual boss battle of 2 Magnarexes, the nightmare match of the extra battles. I've already completed it, but I want to show like how much power I'm legitimately talking about. With even with my current build, you're like, what? I kid you not, I'm not gonna sugarcoat the entire thing and make it look like it's, you know, I'm not gonna Trojan horse your ass. I'm not gonna go and show you and tell you one thing, but really it's a trap. No, I'm gonna give you a legitimate, oh geez, this guy's not kidding when he says Astolfo is by far one of the best in his opinion, and this is why I know. But the final attack I will have is touch it and fall. The same move I had on Charlemagne, however it's named differently. But this is it says action restriction, but all this is it stuns your enemies. That's it. You have it's pretty much like an area attack. You'll just pull out your golden lance, spin around, hit everything around it, and they're pretty much gonna stop immediately. It has an attack damage of 1. That's all it does, is 1 damage. And it has an 8-second cooldown to it, so it's flashy. But this is actually very useful because the touch it and fall can easily be combined with Hippogriff Rush, and once combined with the Hippogriff Rush, I almost guarantee a rush attack will be following up. Thus, the reason why I hold on to it is because, and put stun moves on my characters, is if done correctly, and you stun your, you find the right combo of moves, the stun move will actually prevent your enemy from moving and doing anything offline. And on top of that, you'll be able to rush attack them really easily, and if not guarantee it, every time. I mean, not every time. There's been quite a few incidents where I wasn't able to rush attack them, but by the end of my Hippogriff Rush, the odds are a good 85% of the time I've managed to rush attack them. So, unless they die before I could do it, then still, that still factors into the other percentage. So that's pretty much the sum of the moves that I put on Astolfo, because 2 combat or 2 fighting roles and then 2 supportive roles. So very useful. There's no need to clarify that. Next, install skills. When I kid you not, I played like this for the longest time, and this is why I have and this is why I made a mention of Gilgamesh earlier. I'm packing Golden Rule with me, and I'm still as strong as everything else. So all I legitimately have is four skills. That's all I have equipped on Astolfo basic, on a base level. Everything else I have the Golden Rule on them. Why the hell do I have it? Because how to put this? How the hell do you think I pay for these characters? Alright, thank you. Before I actually get into actor skills, thank you. I almost nearly forgot. I almost forgot about the Luna Break Manual, the other skill. I thank you very much, Soul Warrior. I swear to goodness I said I was going to do it. I forgot about it completely. But this, I would say this is a defense and attack skill. This is a parry skill, is what it is. And if you're good at parrying, this skill's for you. I would recommend putting in this skill if you don't like a power up or whatever, or touch it and fall, you don't like that, which I highly recommend not taking out of the set. Like if you prefer to take out the power up or something. Oh right, yeah, I keep forgetting that you told me to call you Soul. My bad. It just went out as one, but thank you very much, Soul, for reminding me. But this is a parry skill. It's one of those things, like, I'm usually very good at parrying almost every move, if not, whatever. I'm very good at doing that. It's just I never actually learned to get good at that in this game. Like, examples of where I've managed to get good at parrying, like, I play Injustice 2, where I learned to parry as Batman. I've learned to parry as, in the Resident Evil 3 remake with, Jill. Like, I don't know how many times where I've tagged on a, like, did the counter and then just stabbed the shit out of Nemesis just because. Like, I'm fairly decent at the counter skills whenever it comes down to it, because I purposely learned to get good at it. But still, if you do not know how to go and parry or use counterattacks and stuff like that, I don't recommend using this, because actually that's actually a good point you make. The reason why, like, I did not know that, according to Soul, it's a good counter to Astolfo himself, due to the fact that he's on Hippogriff, or when he's on Hippogriff. Now, I cannot tell you if that would be correct or incorrect, even with all my time of playing, because, like I said, I don't know how to I know how to activate the skill. It's just trying to pinpoint the counter attack that's where it's questionable, and that's where I don't have it, is because I'm not too good at counterattack or using this, so I don't use it. Plus, I kind of found my dream team or dream skill set, like, it works out perfectly in my opinion. But pretty much that's the entire point of this move, is a parry, and if you can successfully hit it, it does the most damage out of all his moves with a 21.60 attack power, and it has a 16-second cooldown, which is not the lowest, but is not the highest amount of cooldown on it, so I will throw that out there. And that makes more sense according to Soul. What it is it's good to Astolfo while he's on Hippogriff, mainly because it increases the window, like the timing on how long that would go off, like your time you could use it. I mean, a couple of seconds is still a couple of seconds to activate that shit, so who's complaining? But from that, besides, I mean, if you're really good at parrying, I would recommend throwing that in there somewhere. I don't know how, but if you're good at parrying, I wouldn't, like, the skill set is good itself, but if you don't like one of the moves, you can easily replace it like that. So now that I'm pretty sure I covered everything on the active skill, and I don't think I am forgetting anything here. But moving on to the install skills, like I was saying before, I forgot about everything else. This is straight up the loadout I use on a day-to-day basis, because I made a mention of Gilgamesh, although he's not in, I'm not going to be using him until the very end of my guides, mainly because that's just kind of where he ends up in the roster, but oh yeah, that's also another con, is it is very obvious that he's doing what he's doing, but who cares? I mean, it's one of those moves where it's a hit or miss, I would feel. And that, I think that's kind of the point I was trying to get across here, is a hit or miss skill. I don't think there's any way of saying it otherwise. It's hit or miss. You either get it or you don't. So, but with my current build, you'll see that I have legitimately half of my stuff is just golden rule. The one skill I guarantee I've never talked about, and all this does is give you extra money in the battle. I have a total of 4 of them, so I'm making about 3 times 6 is shit. Like, shit. Why am I thinking about this? I got a computer in front of me. 3 times 6. Yes, I'm being lazy enough to go into 18. Okay. So about 180. Yeah, about like maybe 180, or it's pretty much just supposed to give you money. That's all it is. And the reason why I have 4 of these is because, how do you think I'm getting my servants to a level 150? It will do me no good to do this guide when they're level 1. So I have to I'm manually clicking and hold on. Let's see if I can't. But yeah, I'm having to manually, instead of manually leveling these guys up, I just pay for it, because I'm lazy, and what else are you gonna do with QP, huh? But yeah, because I don't actually have all my servants as 150, I've put on all these, knowing I play as Astolfo a bunch. And yeah, I've already started messing with Gilgamesh and starting to put golden rules and stuff on him, but here is like Astolfo's unique skills. I know I start talking about those in like the last couple of sets, or the last couple of guides. I was gonna call them sets, but I'm like, no. But he has magic resistance, writing, independent action, evaporated reasoning, monstrous strength, and trap of, I'm not gonna try to pronounce that, but pretty much is that lance I have equipped on him, that touch it and fall. That's what that is pretty much referring to. It's pretty much like a stun move. Like if there's any type of stun like skills, that's pretty much what it's referring to, in other words. But with how powerful I've made him, just with the not extended, oops. I've seen excellent on my computer screen, and I want to say extended. But these 4 moves alone makes him badass. Oh right, yes, I will say although yes, I'm not talking about, I know I purposely left off Hippogriff Tornado and Black Luna. I purposely left those off because right now I just want to cover down the basics of what I put on Astolfo, and then if I feel like, I'm actually going to change things up here. I'm going to change things up to this guide, because fuck it, it's Astolfo. I will go the extra mile just because it's Astolfo. Once I get done with the install skills, if I remember, I will come back to the Hippogriff Tornado and the Black Luna, and I will tell you how those work out, even though, I'm not too fond of the moves, but they're not bad. So I will go back. I'm not going to show you them because I'm not going to. Because I'd forget to change back my skill set and I'm too lazy to. But I will definitely go and give you a good old talk about them. I mean, my opinion on both of those moves aren't... I don't have a negative opinion about them, but I'm surely not going... they're the best skill, you know. I have no personal preference on it. It's very much like Robin Hood in that matter. I don't mind the skills, but I'm not too fond of it. Much like Robin Hood, I was not too fond of playing as him, but I didn't have a problem with him. I mean, there's pros that, you know, you have on him, like Robin Howe, you know. I did kind of laugh at, you know, his one move. If you've seen the guide, I kind of laughed at it because, yeah, that's what they did, because it's like a short burst of a Gatling gun fire, and I laughed at it because it's been a long time since I played as him, and I kind of forgot how it looked, so. But I will definitely go over those. I'm not demonstrating them like I'm doing with the other skills, but I will go and give the whole spiel about those as well, for yeah, because why not? But the 8 skills, not the skills I have equipped, not counting the golden rule, I have Imperial Privilege Rider with Martial Blessing, Monstrous Strength, Independent Action, Mana Recovery, Supreme Strike, Boom. And I'm gonna just pull up my board here real quick. Now this is where it gets questionable. You'd be like, with how one thing I've learned is, while you're doing your install skills, this is important to look at, but not, like, it won't hurt you if you don't look at this, but it is something worth looking for while doing your install skill sets. Notice how I have the 2 arrows up on independent action. That's because I have mana recovery and independent action on it. When it has like independent action, it'll match up with the independent action unique skill and give that bonus. Thus the reason why it's plus 11. I've recently realized that, like, I recently realized that, so if you ever look through and it's like, oh, there's plus 11 on, I do believe it was pointed out that Nero had a plus 1 on one of her stats. This is exactly why. It's because of the unique skills. That's what gives them the plus 1 or whatever it may be. So, although I don't like the only reason, well, not the only reason, 2 of my skills actually have plus 11 because, yeah, half of those are Martial Blessings, because Martial Blessing is something like I said in the previous video, guarantee in every single guide of mine. Hell, if you have the character unlocked and you want to follow every guide of mine, you're gonna put Martial Blessing on every single character, all of them. There may be like 1 or 2 cases, maybe, but I will say every other character, put it on now. I will not go into a battle without it. The main reason I will do that is because, like I said in the last guide, I'll restate it here because I find what I said to be very important. You can print, like, let's say I went unequipped every last active skill on 2 characters. What would be so unique about that character? Their active skill move, or not active skill, but their drive move, or their drive skill, their Noble Phantasm. When you want to go and really look at it to its fine point, you take away the active skill, then there's nothing special about the servant. It's just how they want to swing their sword or whatever they use, and, you know, it's the only unique thing about them at that point would be their drive skill. Because Nero, she'll slash forward and a giant explosion behind her. Astolfo, he'll blow out through his horn and knock and destroy everybody in front of him. and Robin Hood is very, like, he'll jump up and shoot in a very small, distinct area. That's the only special thing about them, if you were to not have active skills. And since Martial Blessing increases the attack power to pretty much give benefits to every single active skill, it's a necessity, because otherwise you might as well just go and call it cosmetical reasons of, like, oh, I'm playing Astolfo. You know that's no different from Charlemagne. That's pretty much all it's saying if you have no active skills. So I'm going to say that right there. So it's all cosmetics if you don't have active skills. So the active skills, I believe, make the character unique to them, instead of just slash the sword, move on type deal. So that's why, you know, you constantly hear Martial Blessing, and you almost always will hear Martial Blessing. Now, how many Martial Blessings I put in is the question. That's where I would say just put in one, but that's that. But I'm not talking about future guides at the moment. I was just pointing that out for future reference. So, yeah. But moving on, I'm not actually going to accept or confirm any of this. I am keeping this loadout the entire time. Mainly because this is the loadout I'm using until I could get Gilgamesh completely leveled up in bond levels. He's gonna stay like this because I need the money to finish getting the rest of my servants maxed out. Plus I still have code cast I need to get, and although they're not very expensive, I still like having that money on me just in case. Plus I'm a greedy bitch, so tough luck. But yeah, that's pretty much all the skills I have on them. That's my loadout, but my recommended loadout I will actually get on to doing right here. This is where I'd actually talk about that instead of the loadout you just seen. Although the loadout you just seen, the 4 skills that were in the upper right corner, those 4 skills will still be in there. It's just you won't have the 4 different golden rules to assist you. So moving on to the attack skills, I will say first things first, like I said, Martial Blessing, no doubt here. Where is it? Did I pass it? I swear I probably passed. Yes, I did. But that Martial Blessing is a given, like I said, and I'm not gonna explain why again, because I legitimately like just explained it. Next, I would put on Natural Body, because Astolfo isn't, like, he could be support, Astolfo could be thrown anywhere in battle and do just fine. And with how I like playing him, I'm throwing Natural Body on him, because, you know, he is still a close range fighter. He just got greater mobility over other servants like Gawain or Nameless. He just has better mobility over the others, just because he's a rider class. And if I'm not mistaken, this is actually the first rider class servant I got to cover too. So yeah, that's also another thing, is being he's my first rider class gives me another reason to ultimately another reason why it would be extended is because he is my first rider class, and rider classes can be a bit tricky to understand because they're not as strong as saber classes, and Astolfo, especially since he is noticeably weaker, you'd be like, oh no, he's weaker. And having only a defense of 1350, yes, he does have a weaker defense, so it's like, should I have more range on him? Should I go and bump up his defense? Whatever it may be. That's what I'm going to tell you here is, you know, this is why I go more specific details for each servant in particular, because actually, let me cancel this out. I know exactly what 2 skills are up there, so let me select the just show you a different troop. Boom. Is Dar, or however the fuck you want to pronounce that. I'm just gonna call him Dar from now on. maybe. No, I'm just gonna show you. I'm not going into him. He has a defense and attack power of 1650, where Astolfo is 115, 100 or 1500 attack to 1350 for defense. See the huge difference in the defense and the power there? That is exactly why I said that's why I'm doing these guides and why I'm gonna have to go and explain Astolfo out more over some of the others, is because he does have a lower defense. What's another rider class? Medusa. No, Medusa's not maxed out yet. Hold on. Yeah, actually, shit. Now, as you can tell, you still see level 1s as I'm trying to find more examples for you. You can still see a good part of my characters are still level 1. Some of them you can see I started leveling up, but for the most part, they're just 150 or not, because I'm too lazy to, level them up. Or I'm trying to save up the money, but yeah. Moving on to back to what I was saying. That's also another reason why in-depth these guides, and why I'm gonna have to explain Astolfo out more than I would anybody else, because yeah, he's very, he still does have that, weakness to him of not being as strong as the others. So that's what I'm also going to cover here, is knowing this, how do you plan around that. So next up, I would say definitely put on Guardian of the Moon. From there, I would, usually someone's like, hey, what about putting on the fairies? Because he has low defense, want to increase his attack power for, when you start getting hurt. You could do that, and I'm not saying not to. That's not a bad idea. However, at that same point, I mean, you could easily, like, you'll be low on health, and then once you get hit, you're done. It's not like, a saber class where if you get hit, you'll have a little bit more health, because, more defense, but, like, with how low his defense is, it could cost you the entire match, actually. So this, I don't have a problem with someone with using it. I just recommend not using it, especially because of his low defense. But initially, those are the only 3 attack skills I'll have on Astolfo. Astolfo, like I said, is tricky-ish, because he's not anything in particular, but he's not everything in particular. He's a giant mesh, really. Next, I would say, for defense skills, magic resistance. Why? Because, not like I said, but because of his usage of unique skills, magic resisting would be useful. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm just checking something because I'm spacing something right now. I want to make sure something, yeah, okay. But yeah, no, magic resist, just because there's that bonus, and because, that off chance your opponent has a elemental type on them, is still very useful, no doubt about that. And then we'll increase, I want to say, Obstinate for increased defense, and I will put down, this is where you make the decision yourself to put down anti-hero or just follow in. I'm going to actually put down anti-hero myself, just in case so I don't have to go back to refine it. But the support skills, for people who don't have double skills, I will put Imperial Privilege Rider, because this strengthens your rush attacks. And since I told you already that I have an exact, I know exactly how, I could almost guarantee you a rush attack. Don't question my method with this one. This one, when I could tell you I almost guarantee you off a rush attack or how to do that, this will increase your attack power while doing that. Plus, stuff like your Hippogriff Rush would also be supported with that move. And that will be the only, like, I was thinking about supporting it with a Imperial Saber, but no. I did that when I first started, but now I say nope, because with this build is not quite as useful. I mean, you could very well do that in replacement of Guardian of the Moon, but I mean, if I was to replace Guardian of the Moon, I would definitely replace it with Independent Action, which also has a bonus to it too, because of him being of his unique skill. And this is another pro about Astolfo, is sure he has, you know, weaker stats than others. He still does have that huge brand, or you know, that wide variety of unique skills, even if, you know, they're not all as useful, such as Evaporated Reasoning. But still, this is also where I say, when I said Guardian of the Moon and Anti-Hero, these two moves you can easily take off and be just fine, because that's where I put it to where you I'm even gonna take those off. With this build, I'm gonna show you, or with how I'm gonna do this. Here I'm gonna simply I took off two defense and attack for support skills. Usually you don't see that. Like the other servants, you've seen me, you know, have like maybe this many support skills. No, me personally, I've run heavily on support skills, or I used to at least, because when I first started out, I ran support skills a good part of my time, actually. Because, yeah, but if we were to do that, I would definitely say, assuming, you know, all that, I would say put on the Imperial, like, if you want to, and you really don't care about your defense or whatever, or if you don't care about natural body, take that off as well. And like, actually, I'll take off natural body right here and show you. The only attack skill I really give a damn about having on Astolfo is Martial Blessing. Magic Resist, let me just, there we go. Magic Resist and Obstinate, I still recommend, no matter what you do, keep those on them, because you know, bonus and defense no matter what against both elemental things and physical attacks is always a given. But just gonna show you here, I'm throwing on Imperial Saber. Next, I will also throw on Mana Recovery, and then I also think Reduced Earth will be a good choice to throw on him, and I will throw that on him right here. And I'll pull up the board here so you can see everything, kind of like the general gist of all this. But Reduced Earth, because Astolfo is a rider class servant, he still has that mobility trait on him, and the faster you could go, the better you could go. And if you team that up with the right code cast and pick up the code cast throughout the game, you'll be moving around the map like a crackhead. Like, I kid you not, I might actually just kind of might just put on like a little show with just Reduced Earth and a bunch of different speed skills, just to be funny, just for a good laugh or two at the end of this guide, or in a separate video, or whatever I may do. But I mean, Reduced Earth is a good choice. And I actually, I managed to get people to change off their opinion about Reduced Earth, because they first thought it was one thing, and it's not what they thought it was anymore. But I mean, I think they've seen that, oh wait, he's running this, that skill sucks. Holy shit, that skill don't suck. So, I'm not saying put Reduced Earth on everybody, but it is a useful skill, especially for riders. I put Reduced Earth on them occasionally, if not majority of the time, or against slower attacking people. Like when I played as Berserker Darius, ugh, fucking me, he was slow. Sure, he has a massive amount of damage, but that biatch is slow. Like he felt like his combos and stuff, like I managed to do decent as him, but he's just slow. So that's the only other time where I'd recommend it, is like his combo and slashing and stuff is slow, or not just his, but like anyone's or whatever it may be. That's when I'd recommend it, but that's also a personal opinion. Like that feels slower actually is slow. So that is going to be the first loadout I'll tell you to use. Again, I am not going to confirm this, so you know that. I'm going to just tell you that this is the loadout we're running with. And the double skills, I'm actually just going to back out of this, re-go into this, so you see my original set. And the 4 skills you see here, I'm still keeping with me. These are the 4 skills I am using. The Supreme Strike and Guardian of the Moon, Independent Action with Mana Recuv, Imperial Monster Strength, Martial Blessing, Imperial Rider with Martial Blessing as well. All 4 of those I would have on them. I'm just going to take off the 4 support skills for money, because yeah, I have to grind for money to do this. But I'd put on Martial Blessing again. The one and only attack skill still I would put on him. You're like, holy shit, you are really pimping out just his abilities. And yes, that's exactly what I'm doing, because my Martial Blessing on both the Imperial Rider and Monstrous Strength has a 36.0% bonus. 36 times 2, 72% bonus damage with those skills alone. So you're really steroiding up your attack skills with like practically no cost, really. But that's only a matter of perspective, really, but still. Next, I would still, because that is what it is, and now that now that the other slots are still now open, I'm going to say, here's your defense. Anti-hero Obstinate, I would put like magic resistance. However, the one con about this now is, if I'm not mistaken, there's no official Obstinate with just magic resist. It's a specific magic resist, so it's like, no need to think about that yet. But that's the only other skill I will have on, the only other double skill I could really think about throwing on Astolfo. And I'm actually, the only other skill I would possibly think of putting on is the Imperial Saber variation of the double skills, where it also gives you the extra arms, just because, you know, it's mainly just there for the Imperial Saber, but you get the extra, you know, stat bonus just in case. And then the rest I would just put in your support skills, where I would go back down and put down another independent action. Put down, or actually, I'm not even sure if I want to put down an independent action. This is where I, you know, question myself on what to do, because I mean, my notes don't really go, like, it goes somewhere. It's just the builds I have on them. It's kind of like, what one do I want to like demonstrate, because we could be here for days with how many builds I have for this guy. I kid you not. And no, I am not going to show you every single build of his, because no. But still, the general point here is because we actually have independent action, I'm putting that back. Actually, looking through my notes, I'm gonna change things up here, but I will put reduced earth in here, and I will say I will also put down the, where's it at? Just regular old opposite. I forgot that was a defense skill. So in total, you'll have 3 different color, one of the base colored sets, and then 5 separate installs or double skills. And I'm gonna back out again, but I'm not even gonna show you that build. I'm gonna show you with like the huge handicap of just having a money-making army. Like, I'm not changing this skill setup for no reason, like just to show you how much power he truly possesses otherwise. And I'll battle with just these skills equipped. But before I get into battle like I usually do, I'm actually going back to the active skills before I get into the costumes and stuff like that, because I do remember that I would say I'd go over Hippogriff, Tornado, and Black Luna and what they would do. So Hippogriff, Tornado, this would pretty much summon Hippogriff, and pretty much it's gonna be a area attack skill, and he's pretty much gonna just do kind of like a spin per se. I don't want to know. I'm not sure if it's like a spin or kind of like a barrel roll, however you want to call it, or whatever you want to call it. Pretty much he's gonna flap his wings and just kind of blast everybody around with a giant tornado, because he's gonna be moving fast enough and flapping his wings, and it's gonna create a giant tornado doing 14.39 damage with only a 9-second cooldown. I mean, although this is one of Astolfo's flashier, quote-unquote flashier skills, or just, you know, one of those flashy ooh la la skills. Excuse me, I'm very tired today. Yeah, very tired. But, you know, this is Astolfo's one of the more flashier skills on him, but it's still one of those things like, you could run it, like, if you didn't like the hippo or the consecutive flash, or yeah, flash of the small sword, you could replace it with this one perfectly fine, no harm done there. It's a great skill to have, although it's not a, I would think this would be a rider exclusive skill as well, even if it isn't a rush attack. Mainly because, excuse me, sorry about that again. Oof. Mainly because, you know, like, you know, it has Hippogriff, so I would have expected to see the rider exclusive, because he's using his mount as a weapon again. So, and then finally we have the weakest skill, not counting off, actually no, still not the weakest, but one of the weakest skills. This is similar to Touch It and Fall, where it's a action restriction skill, but this is kind of gonna, this is pretty much a mixture of Touch It and Fall and the drive skill ability. And what I mean by that is, it's pretty much, you're gonna pull out your little flute, and you're gonna pretty much blow into it, and it's gonna slow down your enemies. And why I said it's going to be a mixture is because, you know, you're blowing off your little horn thing and your drive skill, and, you know, hit a certain amount of areas in that, where this is also going to, son of a bitch. Why am well, I am so sorry about that. I swear to goodness, I need to do something to wake up. Okay, I'm gonna fix. Alright, there we go. But yeah, no, that's kind of the thing is, I'm also gonna, Cammy, really, get off my blanket, bitch. Jeez, it's cold in here. Anyways, but, it's also gonna be a like, it's gonna do the drive skill where it's gonna blow, hit a certain amount of air, you know, enemies in a certain radius, and it's gonna be like Touch It and Fall, where it does a stun. But instead of stunning people, it slows them down by quite a bit. I mean, enough to where you can definitely tell a difference. Although this doesn't have, you know, a high amount of attack power, it's only supposed to be kind of a supportive skill, which like I said, which is what the bottom 4 is. I know I tried to correct myself, but nope. But that's initially what the black Luna really is. It's pretty much a mixture of the two, where it slows down and your enemies and stuff like that, and it's also going to motherfucker. Oof. I swear, I hate it. I apologize again for that. Ooh, I don't know why. It's like I came back to active skills and the active skills bore me. See, now you see why I don't use these. They bore me so much I can't quit yawning. But no, pretty much that's all that really is. It has an attack of 6 attack power and a cooldown of 11 seconds. So, without further ado, I will say I have every costume in the game for Astolfo. There's no chance in hell where I wouldn't. So we'll start off with his base attire, the attire you see in the anime, his base attire in the game, the silver light armor. And yes, I will say, if you straight up still don't know this, yes, this is a he. I am saying that now. If you straight up came here thinking that Astolfo was a woman, I oughta bitch smack you. No, Astolfo is a dude. Yes, he is wearing a skirt. Yes, he is a cross-dresser. I'm saying that now, because it was irrelevant to say until the costumes. Then the unlockable skill, which I do remember, I think the way you unlock this one, the only one I remember to unlock is, this was done in Extra Battle. I want to say it was Dramatic Rescue. I know, right? I'm pissed. The schoolgirl outfit that you see so many people drawing of, I never get to see that. That's the one outfit that I think fans would go and buy guaranteed because of how popular it is. But yeah, the not exclusive, but his Apocrypha civilian attire, where he is, yeah, his memory of tree falls. This is achieved by Extra Battle. I want to say Dramatic Rescue. I'm almost guaranteeing is the Dramatic Rescue. It's either that or the Astolfo incident, but I don't think that's the case. I'm pretty sure it is Dramatic Rescue, but for those people who enjoyed the outfit from Apocrypha, this is the same outfit. Although it is no schoolgirl outfit, which I would definitely use that outfit, but at that same note, I would not want them to add another outfit for Astolfo, because I'm already juggling all 4 of these outfits. Yeah, that's right, I use all 4 of these outfits at once. Like, whenever, like, I don't change every match. It's just, I play as Memory of Treefoss Astolfo for a while. I'll move over to Shiny, or the Silver Light Armor, to Pink Candy, back to Silver Light Armor, to Sparkling Fellas. You know, it's just, I jump back and forth throughout his outfits because, yeah, I like all of his outfits. So one more little twirl of the Memory of Treefoss, and we'll admire the rest. And another thing is, if you played against me in versus or in the multiplayer, one thing you'll see is that, you know, I like, even in the battle, you'll see 1 minute I'm in Treefoss, next minute I'm in the sexy female swimsuit for Astolfo, even though, yes, it is a dude. It's always funny to see this, and yes, I use this. No, I don't have a problem with him wearing this at all, because no, I don't. So before anyone questions that, no, I don't have a problem with it, even if it is like just the whole concept. I don't have a problem with it, so don't ask me if I do. And being that I'm the idiot who bought it, yeah, I definitely don't have a problem with it. And yes, if done correctly, for those people who have tried, and I know there are people who's tried it, that's what I know about you people, there is a way to look past that little mini skirt he's wearing, and before any of you can think, no, there is not a bulge.
like, unfortunately, like, I don't like, I want to show you guys, like, there's no, like, distinct way to show that's a dude, but I don't, like, I want to show you, but I feel like that would also get this video in trouble, and fuck it. Alright, after zooming in very closely, you'll see it's very hard to see, and you can't, you can't move the character, anywhere from anywhere besides that. But you could see kind of like a slight bit when he's moving his hips back and forth. I'm going to actually, I will show you this in a second. No, back out. I will show you how to actually look into that, but just as a general gist of, you can't base see it, but there is a way to see it, or, get a better view. And his final outfit, the pink candy, one I am very fond of. I actually found this to be very, I think this is the closest outfit you'll ever see him into being a dude, like a male's outfit. But even then, this is like the closest you'll ever get, and it's funny. I think it's the one and only where he's not wearing a skirt. Even if he's wearing pants or sweatpants, it's the one and only he doesn't wear a skirt. And something that you may not actually realize is if you look close enough, there's a fraction on the back of his shirt, and his shirt says 12 brave warriors, and that is just, fuck off. I'm going back to this to zoom, reset the zoom, but just in case you could not have read that, that's actually referring to the fact that he's one of the 12 paladins of Charlemagne. So, and before I started this video, I was actually wearing the sparkling swimsuit. I just reset it back to his normal outfit because for those people who did not know this was an outfit or this was a dude, I didn't want to go and ruin the character based off appearance, because yes, that's happened. People judged him because he's a trap. But I'm gonna actually go and oh shit, he's like you'll be like, how are you supposed to see it? It's really simple. You just have him jump, and you could kind of just see right there is a thing. There's no official bulge or nothing, so I can't prove a damn thing, which I don't understand that. Even for a guy, there should be something. Plus, if you guard, you could see a better thing, and right there. You're welcome, everybody. You are welcome. And now I'm getting demonetized, so fuck you, YouTube. If I'm getting demonetized, I'll get demonetized for something, worth it. And you could kind of get a little bit of his, ass cheek back there, so fan service for everybody. But anyways, moving on, his mystic code, there's no second thought about this one. Ride a relic. That's it. Although, yes, I was hoping for one with speed as well, but I mean, looking through everything, like, I'm not gonna go through the different like the other ranks, because yeah, I'm only going over EX plus or EX because yeah, that's the only thing. Is while looking through, none of these have all three skills that I'm looking for that I would find useful, to be honest, Astolfo. And those three skills would be time reduction, speed, attack, and the only thing you could get is the spirit stone right here, where this would also give you all double, like a triple shot of the double skills, or quadruple shot, where it's like a, or a quad shot. I think that's the best way of saying it without it sounding weird. This will give you the fire, flame, lightning, and poison elemental effects with increased chance and damage to each one of those. And this is a complete offensive code cast. There's no defense to it at all. Nothing at all, but it gives you offensive, time reduction, speed, and range, which is a very nice combo to have. However, and I will be using this, I will say this is going on a few of my servants, and I will be recommending it. However, I like, because Astolfo is, like, I'm choosing Rider's Relic because it increases drive time via independent action with it, which is one of his unique skills. Mana recovery, because like I said, I do think mana recovery is a very useful skill. EX arms, or the extra arms. Another reason why I would say to add the combo skill or the double skill of Imperial Saber with this, because it increases rush attack power, which is another reason why I would tell you to put that on there, because you're increasing attack, your power to attack of your, increasing your close range attack power, and you're also increasing rush attack powers. So you're welcome. And then finally, this has Imperial Rider and the double skill of Imperial Rider, and it got offense range, which keeps you a little more distance if that's what you prefer, or if you're trying to rapidly swing at somebody or rush. This would hit them at a little more of a range, so not by too much. Like, it's not supposed to be like half across the map type range, but just enough. So I'll be right back. I apologize for that. I didn't. It's just, I think this is plugged in. I hope that was plugged in the entire. I had to unplug my headset. Not sure if it did. I'm not sure if you heard everything, but I didn't want the dogs barking, and that could be a bit ear rapey, and just a bit ear rapey. So yeah. But that's pretty much the only reason why I have it Rider Relic on him, is because he has a little bit of defense on him. There's a healing factor that he can use, plus, time reduction, so he still technically got that speed to him. Like, he still has a bonus attack, code cast for say, plus he has the, speed that I said I wanted on him, but initially I think this is the best you could get on him, so. The official battle between one of his battles I'm going to be doing, because like I said, I'm going to be showcasing multiple battles here. Fuck off. But yeah, like I said, just as a reminder, these are my skills. This is my skill set, so I'm not bullshitting about when I say Astolfo is badass as hell. Half of my skills have been taken up in replacement. Get out of my way. But no, I mean, just based off that simple rush attack, look at the two boss servants. Both of them had a huge amount of health taken off. Although I will say it is kind of right now a bit unfair to say that, because but if you can't tell, I like using the hippogriff rush. It's very excuse me. Oof, I am so sorry about that. But I'm very fond of using the move, so let me sit on bitches. That was the touch and a fall. It stuns them, and When I said it's an instant rush, I didn't joke. Out of my way, biatch. And being that it generates real quickly, I mean, second rush in a row with that combo. Just that combo alone will give you the win. I guarantee, because both boss servants defeat it real easily. I can't stop you, but I will stand in your way. Bitch, don't interfere with me. Now, I do think they kind of like, it says boss, but I still feel as if they're kind of like sub-bosses when, you know, the official bosses are Torah. But whatever. Let me see my side missions, because I still want to make sure I get these right. Drive skill, drive skill. Jeez, why do people like drive skills so much? No, get away. Astolfo's drive skill. Pretty much they combine, like, that's kind of what the... Oh, I was about to say. That's kind of what the Black Luna would have looked like, is just less of the other thing. Just less of the whatever. That was the consecutive slash, like the consecutive slash of a small sword, or of the small sword. And Astolfo's base combo. And, oh, shit. I also forgot to mention, if you combo off some of the, bitch, if you, do it correctly, there's actually a combo within just base attacks that will offer off support troops, like I'm trying to remember the attack combo. Like, no, like whenever you see me pull that move out of my arsenal, that's actually, would you stop juggling me for like 2 seconds? You have to spam off square, bitch! You're pissing me off. I can't do my job, I can't show them off the Noble Phantasm. You keep getting in my way. But, that I've also learned that that's activated via the support role right there is actually that's activated based off a I don't know how to explain it honestly, and I'm not gonna try to explain it because I don't want to falsely inform you, but how you activate the offense with Astolfo, because it's square, square, square. And instead of spamming square again to get him to do this little lance flip where he, you know, starts twirling on his lance and does the rest of that, that's questionable if it's gonna, but you're gonna smack them, and then right as he does it, dash forward, you're gonna click triangle and he's gonna start, you know, spamming off this, you know, he's gonna start spinning his lance around, and then he's gonna just his lance at his enemies. I don't even care if, another reason why I chose power up. A bitch poses in the middle of battle. I don't care, that's a good enough reason. That's pretty much a taunt button. That's, like, if it's a taunt button, I'm taking it. Plus that move's also fairly good for combos, so. No, I still don't have my Noble Phantasm, son of a bitch. I'm trying to get my Noble Phantasm for you guys. It's not very hard to use, but still. Plus, I do like Altura enough to go and say she dies by Noble Phantasm this time. So, you can't really see too much of true power here, cause, yeah, but still. But clearly the time reduction does help, so you could use your 2 attack skills more. Because here, I just used that. I'm using my consecutive strikes like right afterwards. And right back on Hippogriff. And I'm gonna just reactivate every buff while drive skills activated, and Noble Phantasm, bitches. I still think the best Noble Phantasm in the game. Which leads me to my next thing, is I'm not sure if this is his technical Noble Phantasm or not. It is said that he has multiple noble phantasms, although I'm pretty sure like his official noble phantasm cannot be used in the game. And boom, bitches, he poses and everything blows up. How do you not like that? I don't care. Good enough reason for me to like Astolfo. When you pose and everything blows up behind you, it's begging for... It's just begging for attention. But there is the boss servant battle. I wrecked her bad. Oops. Oh yeah, I disregarded the rest of my side missions. Right. Where's my EX rank, bitches? Where's my code cast? Stop it! No, yeah, just attack, okay? Just no, I'm not going to save. All right, stop it. But from there, I'll show you off an actual like, what does this stage look like? I was hoping to see a map of the battle first, actually. Because I'm also trying to demonstrate what a full-blown match would look like instead of just like a boss servant battle, because a boss servant's a boss servant, but that's initially just kind of how it goes. Strategy room. Okay, good enough. So, what's gonna be like I'm doing another offline battle before I go and show you off the like his true power and stuff, mainly because I don't want to just do a boss battle and be like, there's the match. No, I want to show you what it would look like as he takes over sectors, because I firmly believe that that's different from just taking on a boss by himself, because a boss is a boss compared to taking on completing sectors, because I mean, I may give you the false impression that he's only good when in boss battles instead, so that's another thing. Fuck, they have a buff on them. You bitch, why can't you be that awesome, when I play as you? Well, that means I'm gonna have to run, actually. And no matter how strong I am, even after being 150 and these guys being weaker than I am, I can't hurt anybody. Otherwise I would so beat him. I know where she's at. Okay. This way. There's also a trick to this fog bullshit, because if you look carefully at the map while they're speaking, you'll see the dialogue, and you could just pretty much see where it's at, and that's how you find it. Instead of hopping in sectors hoping to find them, yeah. And if you can't tell, before I activate my power-up skill, I like activating off my active skills or my codecast. Right there, you seen the first hit didn't exactly activate the rush, but the second one did. That's why I said it's an 85% chance. Oh jeez. Yeah, move on like a crackhead, buddy. That's just with oops. This is just how fast he is with just kind of like a picked up codecast and his power up skill equipped. He's not like, flash fast, but he is still fast, so. But here I'm actually going to show you. I have complete control over Hippogriff. I had no problems controlling him. I did a little loop-de-loop, It's really easy to control him when you learn it. So that's where it says somewhat controllable. It's fully controllable. It's just not like, a typical controlling. It's going to continue going forward. You'll just have to manually learn to turn him is what that's. Oh, thanks, Nameless. But you'll have to manually learn to turn it. Another thing is, boss battles couldn't exactly show you how well this, the abilities would work. in a regular scenario too, so. Plant has been defeated. Man, I hate plants. Luckily this map isn't too long, so, or big, so. Seriously, you added that right here? How inconsiderate. Saboteur. You know, they put that name in there thinking it's so intimidating, but it's really not. Shut up, Lancelot. I didn't tell you to come out. But yeah, I don't know what else to really say at the moment, to be honest, because I demonstrated all this skill and stuff like that. However, at that same point, I don't know what else to talk about. And I don't want to just talk about how he's so damn amazing, but I very well may just do that. Unless if there's any questions about why. I would also like to say I'm still running the golden rule, like running with half my set being golden rule. I would just like to say I'm still running off around like that, and I'm still defeating my enemies with ease, so. But yeah, no, I mean, Astolfo's one of the best players I've played against for as. Plus, while fighting against him, I mean, when you go into his sector, it's funny as hell because he jumps off Hippogriff and again poses, and it's always fun to watch him. And at the very least, his conversation, like once you get a high enough farm level, his conversations are always funny. At the very least, you know. So, what is there not to like? Get that out of here. Now, I'm just gonna see if I can't find anything else. Another thing is, another reason why I didn't obsess too much about upping up Astolfo's defense is mainly because I do, his mana does refill pretty quickly, so I know I could activate drive mode more often, thus increasing both attack and defense at the same time for the cost of less. So that's why I'm not stressing too much on his lack of defense. I'm more worried about his lack of reasoning, or evaporated reasoning, which I still don't even know what that actually does. Like, I read it, it's just I don't even think that has like a legitimate usage. I think it's just there to be there. Just kind of like one of those things, like, just to relate to the anime itself, I think. But, oh, we're in Rome. Huh. Neat. Must you be a douche and hide in this fog? I swear I hate this fog. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it wasn't Drake around here somewhere. I thought I seen Drake. Sassy. Yeah, I see you, Sadie girl. I'm also gonna hold off on using my Noble Phantasm. Yes, I have it. And yes, I don't mind holding on to my Noble Phantasm. Because I don't mind holding off on it at all. Plus, luckily in the next sector, there's like 3 different devices I need to take care of. Plus a saboteur, so. Just because I like watching this Noble Phantasm, I usually skip them afterwards, but this one I'm just gonna play off again because it's always enjoyable. Although I prefer his other line, I like his introduction, pretty much is what he does, because instead of saying show me your true power and yells off Hippogriff, he says I am Astolfo, one of the 12 paladins of Charlemagne or some shit, you know? Just kind of does his fun little introduction. That didn't destroy those. Huh. Bad. Bad. I love how the way you increase your drive skills by drinking. Yes, I'm gonna down a bottle of whatever that may be. I'm sorry, but I mean, it's hard to take serious. But I mean, that's just the general gist. Is just right now it looks really easy to play as, but you know, it looks easy mainly because, you know, I'm still a higher level than these douche nozzles, and here you could easily see I have the upper hand. They have nothing. They have no sectors now. Oh no, I did not plan this, but here we're about to see ourselves an Astolfo off. And what I mean is, as soon as I get over to him, I'm gonna be fighting Astolfo as Astolfo. Ooh, Shadow Berserker. The one enemy who's not going down in a single hit. But yeah, that's pretty much the simple, the main part. Because he's simple to learn, his comboing's not bad. He's just really a fun character, and that's why I like him so much. Plus, I mean, yeah. Give me all that money. And there's a fake Charlemagne. Actually, I have an idea. Where's the exit? That's the best you have? I'm sorry, Charlemagne, but that was disappointing. When all you do is run and jump into your air, like just run and make a little hop. I'm sorry, but that lost points. You see, I like the name of 12, you know, the 12 Paladins of Charlemagne. I like that, but I prefer, you know, being the shit out of Charlemagne saying the 12 Paladins of Astolfo. Yeah, we're taking that shit over, bitch. No more 12 Paladins of Charlemagne now. I'm taking your troops. You're gonna be one of my Paladins. That's how this goes now. Actually, there's already a servant down there, I think. Yeah, there's a servant. And now we get to see our Astolfo off. Because why not? You know, I'm not even gonna just rush attack his ass and nail him down. I'm actually gonna extend this small little brawl between the two of us just for funsies. I will not use a single attack to support. I'm just gonna fight him with my bare sword. No active skills needed for this fight. I'm just gonna do it for funsies. So, what the hell? Oh, that was an aggressive. Plus, it looks like he also has power up equipped on him, anyways. So, when the CPU's like, yeah, we're gonna put this skill on, I think I made a good choice. Bitch hit me with Hippogriff too. I'll be right back.
I apologize for that. It's just, if you haven't been able to put it together, I do have some dogs. I'm not saying enough names or how many, but 7 of them. But can you not give attitudes? Okay, yes, ma'am. I'll listen to everything you say because, you know, you're so precious. But yeah, guys, no, I don't like, you know, whenever they go off like that, I find it to be disrespectful and stuff to keep my mic on and headset plugged in, so I try to unplug it whenever they want to go and give attitudes. I'm looking at you, little lady. Hold on. Oh. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, but no, that's pretty much the general gist. Next, because I know I've had a viewer sitting here for an hour 47 minutes, I told you this is going to be the longest guide, or one of the longest guides, because there's so much about Astolfo I know and I could share that is not funny. Ha! Wanna go and kill me with hippogriff? Or hit me? And now, you know, I just go over and beat the shit out of Nero, cause fucker. But yeah, guys, now we are going to, once I get done with this, for anyone who's, oops, excuse me. But once I finish off this little demonstration battle for you guys, I will definitely, ooh, excuse me, sorry, I just drunk some soda pop, so yeah, I'm sorry about all the belches and stuff. But once I get done here, I'm going to simply invite anyone who's watched or has been watching to go and join the fight online. So, and I don't want no sort of like, you know, I want your best, nothing but the best. I want like a grand fight. So, and then once I get done with the online battle, I will show you, like, the guide won't end where it typically does. I'm gonna go and demonstrate one more battle to show off how much power he truly does have, and I'll be facing level 150, the 2 level 150s, the final boss, I forgot his name, Magnarex. Go, 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 go. No, no, don't go now, don't go now, don't. Oh. That was close. But yeah, this should take me about 2 minutes most to knock this bitch out. My very few times where you see me use the command seal, I'm not too fond of using them, but that's game. Now this is the other line. This is the line set I like hearing. Yep, I got it right. Cool. Fight me fair and square. See, how can you not enjoy someone that's honorable as that? I want a fair fight. Fight me. And then he blows everything up while in a bikini, because that's what he does. I just imagine, what would Astolfo look like if he had like a big... Hold on, I'll be right back, everybody.
り返してうるしここまで追い詰めるとはね。報酬に特大の花火を見せてあげるよ。そらそら楽しそうだよ。まだまだよっ負けないぞ。まだまだ今のうちはダメージ平気平気。あれそうでもないかも。そらそらまだまだそらよっとおおアリナ風に乗れろ。そらそら負けないぞ。うわピンチだピンチ。マスター回復負けないぞ。やるね負けないぞ。今のうちだけやっぱりボケた。霊障を持ってもうすぐ。
you babies do? No. Dicks. I'm supposed to make Astolfo look and you guys get him killed. Sassy, go lay down now. No, get down. Sorry guys, I had to step away to take care of something. If you haven't managed to figure it out already, I'm actually only a 17-year-old, so I still live with my parents. And I want to help my mother out with doing some, because she was trying to back, so she needed some help, and I'd rather bend over and help her out to pick stuff off the ground, so that's what I was doing. That's why I was gone for so long, but, you know, I got defeated by a low level, and it probably took a bit for her to do that anyway, so. This bitch dies now. But yeah, I apologize so much for that. I'm not even sure. Okay, yeah, it took about 8, yeah, I don't even know how long it took, so. But hopefully I wasn't gone too long. I'm so sorry about that. I hate having to do that, but there's not very much I could do. So, without further ado, now that that is done and the bitch got what was coming to her for hitting me, that I completely forgot about my side missions, and look at that, I got him despite forgetting about him. Holy shit, I'm bad. Alright, so yeah, I'll save. Yeah, the last time I saved was by quite a few rounds ago, so yeah, I want to make sure to save now. But yeah, without further ado, I am going to either find or set up a PvP server, and I will go at you with all my might and all my ability, and yeah. So here we go. Let's see who we could find, and let's see how we could do this. Alright, so, oops, I forgot to quick X. My bad, I apologize. There we go. And I have to reset up. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a Robin Hood match in last time, so. And even if that's not the case, I would have got my ass handed to me anyway, so. Because like I said, I'm not. Oh yeah, at least there was an epic theme playing. You sure got that one right. But no, I apologize for whenever I do have to step away from the controller, so. It's nothing I can really help, it's just something I have to do. Because, yeah, I'm not on my own yet. No one's here, thank goodness, because, yeah. So, alright, custom match, search, let's see if I can't find one. Looks like I'll be making one this time. No, that's great. Oh, there we go. Now because, like, prepare for battle, excuse me. Prepare for battle. Astolfo. Yeah, there we go. Skill set. As you could tell, like, the original character I played as was Astolfo, because way beforehand, you could already see Imperial Rider in my inventory. Like, this, my base set that I originally created is called Blank. This is, what's in here is Imperial Rider, Mana Recuv, Anti-Hero, Supreme Strike, Guardian of the Moon, Natural Body, Spirit Slayer, Martial Blessing. Now, that is like the very first loadout I've had, and I've been using ever since. Now, that's hilarious. That is beyond hilarious. I applaud that title. That could not have went any better. That is fucking hilarious. I noticed it said 2 out of 8. So I went to see my opponent, because I had a feeling I knew who I was going up against. And Soul had Soul Warrior as their thing. I don't want to say her or his, because I'm not going to do that, but that was hilarious. I appreciate that one. That was hella funny. But I'm also like just
excluding my current build that I've generally have used, I'm gonna go for more of a personalized build toward Astolfo instead of just my regular build. So here's what I would put for Astolfo: Imperial Privilege Rider. I would still put mana recovery, and this time I'll have independent action with reduced earth. This time the yellow is going to be dominating the stage, where I will have, well, now that I'm more experienced, I'm choosing all these. Next I'll have the natural body. We will have the one and only defense, Obstinate, Martial Blessing, and then Guardian of the Moon will be my final skill. This is going to be exclusive, like this is the set I'm going to use for Astolfo because, you know, like I said, going in trying to, the end of, where I put the three, I want to say three, yeah, I put 3 skills in for the drive state because drive state is useful with his lack of defense and average power, so boosting that up was definitely a good idea. I want to boost up his defense with Obstinate because, like I said, he has a very big lack of defense. Plus, I like, you know, with the loadout I use, rush attacks are very nice. Then I just want to increase, you know, all my abilities damage, plus my regular attack damage. So it's a base form for him, but it works well. And for my for his item, this one is not tricky, but this one I wouldn't I recommend either ceremonial or dimension sword. Either one works perfectly fine in this scenario. However, I think I'm gonna go and use, I'm using dimension sword. I'm gonna go with that from now on. With actually, I don't really care which one to use. Thinking about it logically, or not just logically, sure, I've used ceremonial sword in quite a few of my battles online, and that's the go item slots. Gives you health, gives you speed, gives you offense. However, those two code casts, like I said, would be thrown into the power-up skill, thus giving me a 5 out of 4 slots once I use my ability. And with that being said, I could actually replace those with time reduction and range up. So with that, I will say I'm using Dimension Sword against him, or with this build. Now, here's the most important part of the entire thing. What costume am I gonna wear? I'm wearing the bathing suit. Yeah, that's right. The most important question is, what am I gonna look like? I chose, because I've fought in this opponent so many times before, showcasing a skin I've already earned is pointless. Plus, you know, who doesn't like Astolfo in the bikini anyways, so. And that's exactly what I would put on Astolfo. I won't go over skill set because, or active skills, because that's always the skill set I put on. And what the hell do you want? Hold on. As in, don't be obnoxiously loud. Alright, so my typical rules for when I'm doing this, I will go on, whenever I do a battle, I generally always put on the mirror matching teams to keep the odds fair. And you know what, this time I think, Sassy, lay down. You know, I'll put a ruler in here this, no. Sassy, I said lay down. I was gonna put Rex in here, but I'm gonna put Janae in here just in. I didn't drink it. It's right there. Cause A, I'm, you know, Yeah, right now I'll drink it. And I will put in. Yep. For anyone who understands why I put this team together for both of us, congratulations. It's not very hard, but still. Oops, no, don't split her out. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to Rome because Rome's pretty, and yeah, it's Rome. Okay, well, they ruined it, so not my fault, and I told you to shut up, so shut up. But yeah, guys, I said shut up. Shut up. I told you about that before. I told you to be quiet. I don't care. Sassy. I told you about that before you came in here. I don't want you flapping your jaw. People already don't want me flapping my jaw. It's just they're watching my guide, they kind of have to. But anyways, here we're about to have an honorable battle. Oh, you just... I was about to say, oh, you're wearing base gear? Wait, what? Hold on. Wait, why is... Did I see that correctly? Why is she in just base gear? Or, oh, that must be her outfit. That's why. Well, no, I added in Gilgamesh to complement Astora, and I added in Janae to complement Astolfo. That's the only reason why I did that. But that's the whole reason. It's just kind of like one of those funsy things. I was about to say, oh shit, I just ran right into that. Shit, I'm getting my ass handed to me by the enemy Astolfo. Help! Ow. Oh, they got me. Good job. I also have I've made one slight little flaw. Oopsies. I'm not even sure if the enemy team could hear that, but it's always just funny. It's also cute, so I don't care. No, while making, oh, nice shot. No, while making this, I made a whoopsie, and my whoopsie was quite big because my triangle is usually the consecutive slash, but this time it's oh shit, run bitch. But right now it's the my two moves have been switched around, and it's very not disorienting, but very oopsies. I keep wanting to use one move instead of the other one, so. Oh, they caught me! I didn't expect that one. I got caught in the middle of my move. That's also a something I should has stated is yes, Hippogriff Rush is a very strong and useful skill, good for dashing and stuff, or for rush attacks and stuff like that, but online you can't rush attack. And on top of that, another problem with that is you can't how to put, oh no, they also have their drives going on. Oh, that explains why they didn't die. But you could easily get knocked off the your Hippogriff, and yeah, kind of cancels out the entire purpose of it. But oh jeez, that was a good fight. A very good fight indeed. But if I'm not mistaken, the very first online match I lost bad, but I remember I was in the sparkling bikini thing. I forgot what it was called, but still, with a technical name to it. But it was just one of those funny things, just because. And by now I should probably Google up how to use Noble Phantasms for online. Not a fan of it? Yeah. No. Oh shit! Shit, what's it? Go, go, go! Run, bitch, run! Go, get out of there! Oh, that must be the... Oh, that is actually very nice to see. That outfit is the exclusive bonus for playing the... Y'all a bunch of dumb motherfuckers. That's the exclusive outfit for playing Unreal Star. That explains why I didn't recognize it at first. That explains a lot. Is actually really nice to see that. So I appreciate Soul for using that outfit. It's very nice to see that. Thank you. And before anyone asks, and if it's not clear as day already, I actually I didn't Google up any of my any of these outfits. I winged it. I chose the outfit, and yeah, that's it. I unlocked them all because I want to unlock them all, and yeah. I also forgot to mention, with the slash, oh, she got me! They got me! With the, small slashes, you could actually, control, once you start swinging, you could also change directions you, are going. Son of a bitch, they hit me with a slow perk. I don't like that. Stop it! This is actually, I think this is just as annoying as the, Elizabeth strap, actually. Who has that? I need to figure that out, because that's actually annoying in kind of like a fun way, kind of one of those things that I'm cool with laughing at by the end of the day. Just because it's it's just one of those fun things. Oh, dude. But I will say it has been kind of a close match for the entirety of this thing. But I expect nothing else less from my opponent. Son of a bitch, how do you activate those things? Get out of here. Oh wow, I got caught. I got caught bad. Oh well, I don't mind defeat. Oh jeez, this is a good old-fashioned gangbang over here. Ha. But at least I may have lost, but I'm still the ace on the team, so I don't care. I expect nothing less from my opponent. Has always been a good opponent of mine, so. I mean, I don't mind fighting another one. It's always fun to fight my opponent here. That's all up to them. Otherwise, I mean, it was a rather close match despite, being a weaker server. Let me actually fix these while I'm thinking about it. Before I forget. Usually, my square button is to rush, and my triangle is to do the slashes. Just, yeah. Very similar
the skills I picked is actually very similar to the preset. You will see on Astolfo the difference, besides the order of which, the only difference is I do not have the Hippogriff Tornado, I have the power-up skill instead. And I'm actually going to change outfits again, because screw it, that's what I do. Actually, yeah. As soon as it loads up. When I said I switch outfits a lot, I wasn't joking. But, I mean, if my opponent wishes to fight another, that is fine. I will be glad to fight another one. I don't want to leave right now, and then come back and be like, oh, okay. So, it is Soul's choice, because Soul is an honorable opponent. They beat me, and, you know, yeah. And there we go. That's our, let's see if this actually doesn't have a different effect, because, I wonder if I wonder if just the placement of my abilities is what got me. And that might actually be the case. Because, you know, I like having the teams even. We're gonna have the repeat of both Astolfo and Astor in here, because that's what I do. And you know what? I don't really. Little Lady, what are you doing? And you know what? Actually, let's throw an assassin in this bitch. I'm sorry, that just, I can't stand it when he does that. That's just, oh. And you know what? I'm gonna actually, this time I'm throwing in support troops. Instead of having more powerhouse or whatever, I'm gonna throw in some, supportive roles such as, oops. This time we got an assassin with us and, caster with us. So not exact, and plus I don't really use them in a battle. I can be a bit biased whenever I choose my opponent, so. But yeah, we will do this, and then after this battle, see if the outcome won't actually change, because it could be a bit disorienting. Like, I was playing RE Code Veronica, which is a very good game and a very good franchise. I recommend it to anyone who likes horror games. I was gonna laugh if she changed, Soul changed their outfit too. But, it's a very good, game franchise at the very least, so. Ow. Why do I keep running right into that? Oops. I turn the corner and I get blasted with a bunch of energy. That is funny. But, I know, like, with the reason why I brought that up is not exactly to promote it. It's just more of the simple fact that, since I rebought it, like, I bought the game on PlayStation 3 a little bit of time. Ow, shit. Oh, good. Oh, very good catch. Ow. Very good at the game. I'll give Soul that. I thought the second I hit them, I don't want to keep saying her, but every time I think Soul, I think woman. I don't know why, but then again, because of the fact that Soul's playing as Saber and she, you know, Saber's a woman, I'm gonna just say she from now on, because we're not for the remaining parts of this, because yeah. Oh jeez, I am doing worse this match. Never mind. Oh. I am not getting nowhere. This has been a ruthless assault. Nicely done. Shit. Oh, we need
need to really go and step up our game. Ooh. For those being casters and assassins, they're kicking ass, let me tell you. That was definitely unexpected. But so far it's been a good game, and that's all I'm looking for is a good fight. Oh. You can't switch directions with the one skill. That's one thing I do know that I rely heavily on during battle is whenever you see me, I like switching the directions. So if someone's like moves on the other side, I can easily turn that around. I think I forgot to mention that while playing through it, but yeah, you could easily swap there and turn that thing around. You know, get your opponents even if they go behind you. Damn it, caster. Not again. No, 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 no. We are not doing this. Get out of my way, caster. Oh, nice catch. I kind of look forward to playing as a destroyer now. I don't actually, by technicalities, I did play as a destroyer by technicalities, but that's only because I was playing with Lancelot and I was being funny, and yeah, I kept taking everyone else's look. I will admit I'm not good as Lancelot at all, and I will always guarantee you I probably get the, you know, I'm not fluent at the guy at all. I just like the guy because, well, how do you not like Lancelot? It's not exactly who he is, it's just, he's cute, alright? I don't care. End of story, like, the guy is cute, don't care. Oh, nice hit. Very defensive. Oh, shit. No, that didn't do nothing. Shit, I was hoping to do a little bit of damage. Go, go, get off that damn... Get off Hippogriff, would you? That would have already spelled bad news. Ow. How do you? Like, once I learn how to use Noble Phantasms online, I start giving you guys more of that. It's just, I don't know how to use it. That was a devastating loss there. I will admit that one. Still the ace, so hey. But the general point is, even though I may have lost these fights, because my opponent is by far one of the most skilled I've ever seen, I am going to actually leave the room because I did say that I want to show even like the true power of Astolfo, and I'm going to do just that by like, I'm going down to extra battle so you people don't, so no one can be like, you're just bullshitting to bullshit this. I'm going all the way down to Facts, Fortress, Nightmare. Oh. It's that easy. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. That's actually what I'm to do is destroy a green tower of your class. That makes... Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Cool. No, I think I performed it once and I don't know how I activated that, so I'm like, what? Yep, but, I'm gonna, you seen me choose, Facts, Fortress, Nightmare, and, yep. And it's only, okay, it's only towers of your own class. But here you are about to see, the level recommended for this fight is, 150, and actually, to prove my point on how powerful Astolfo is, I'm going in with no support troops at all. And as a reminder, as of my skill set, this is what I'm going, I'll be only running into battle with only 4 skills of actual use. So half of my skills are only to boost up money-wise. And That's the only thing I'm going in with. I'm going to prove to everyone that it's not just big talk. The only reason why Astolfo was powerful is because I was being up on low levels because some idiot, you know, fucked up on something. But I'm showing you 2 final bosses of the game against one of the most poorly ranked servants, and I'm also going to be running in with half my skill set. So, and I have no support troops at all. That one I'm kind of flexing my muscles on a bit, but yeah. That I can't say anything about. That I'm just being more, that I'm being cocky about, to really say, yeah, I know what I'm doing here. But what, before, if I lose, I still want to get my code cast and stuff done. That's it. Okay. But yeah, when I talk highly about Astolfo, I beat both of these guys, you know, well under 150. I can't do that now because, well, he's 150, but the general just stands that, you know, I did. And because until here recently, I haven't really recorded too much of my gameplay. Oh shit, gameplay of this, you know. Can you not push me away? Like, thank you. This is intense. Wow. And if you can't tell, like I said, the Hippogriff Rush is definitely the main move I'm doing, because, you know, there's 2 of these guys. I'm not gonna, like, you know, the rush move is pretty much a hit and go type deal, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. And if you can't tell, I don't block very much. And that's also a big problem of mine, is I don't. So. Man, this was actually more intense than I remember it being. But then again, after fighting low levels so long, it does that. Sit down. That amount of health was taken off just based off of one move. I don't think anyone has the right to go and call Astolfo one of the weaker servants in the game. Especially after me pulling off half of what I pulled. Oof. I forgot he also does have an instant kill attack. Now I'm trying to debate if I want to go on, yeah, I might also just use the, you know, command seal. I'm not proud of it, but still. It is part of the game, and people use it all the time, but still. Plus, I got too reckless within everything, so yeah. But the general just still stands. Before anyone claims, you know, I'm just whatever. No, it's not the fact that I'm fighting low levels that gave Astolfo power. He's weak, yes, but he's only weak to an extent. And I'm just really proving at this point, and despite that giant con, he still is perhaps the best servant in the game. I'm not saying this by favoritism, I'm saying this because, well, I haven't really had anyone come close to being as good as him, that is. Oh jeez. Although, yes, I'm not exactly, you know, beating this guy into the ground, you know. Hey, can you just sit down for a minute? You're quite annoying. Complete all these. Okay, good. At the very least, I mean, if I die, I die, but I'm not going to. That's the base power without the and drive, just, you know. with the drive skill activated, which is another thing. Look at that huge amount of health I took out just with one technical hit. 2 technical hits from there, I managed to take out the 150 no support, you know, variation of Magnavox Cleopactus, or yeah, Clearus, or how the I don't know, just call it Pat A. So, just proving off how much power Astolfo truly has. I did that, no support, nothing like that, and half my skills were active skills, were money getting skills. So, with that, I will be right back, and then I will close out and, well, not close out, and give you the rest of the spiel and everything else. So, I'll be right back, guys.
すごい線か見とれちゃった。
Alright, sorry about that. Any comments, I will not be able to see at the moment. I will check up on any comments and stuff made right after I get done with this. It took me about 4 minutes to do that. And, you know, I'm going to save my progress again, because why not? Sassy, you sit on my computer. I will beat you up. I will. I swear I will, baby. But no, guys, that's just the general gist of how I like playing Astolfo. The reason why I find him so badass, because if you've seen, I took a huge amount of damage out of the rope, you know, out of boss battle Magnavox, or final boss Rex, just by a simple small hit into him. And you know, I had no support troops while doing it. I didn't have no, and half my install skills were taken up for money, so that's how strong Astolfo can be. Even though people want to rank him so lowly, and like, it is not the fact that it's his fault. It's the fact that you don't know how to play as him, or you know, you prefer other people, or you may be biasly ranking him. When I said I would rank Astolfo highly, I said that in, you know, a matter of not opinion, because, you know, I don't like being biased like that. It's just, what is that noise? Oh, Okay, sorry about that. If that mic was going off and making us noise, just little lady, get down. Oh, you're so cute. I can't. Okay, fine. But anyways, when I ranked him highly because, well, I learned to play as him. I didn't just one and done. I took. Let me actually just look at this, because I'm gonna still be. The odds are I'm still gonna be playing this, but or at least finishing up normal mode for the day, but and be playing as Astolfo, but still. I'm gonna just little lady. I swear to goodness. But hold on, I'm loading this up. But yeah, I'm not gonna rank him biasly. It's just clearly I've showed he had more than enough power to take on both of the final bosses at full power of 150, and I done that with half my installs taken out, half my or both of my support troops taken out, meaning they're no longer with me, and you know, the only reason why I had to use the command seal is because I got too reckless and didn't pay attention to my health. Otherwise, I could clearly have taken out both of them with the small usage of a command seal, or not command seal, but a couple of extra code casts and stuff like that. So, it's not that Astolfo sucks, it's that you suck. It's not, you know, I say this all the time. Little lady, quit. Little lady, get over there. Yeah, there you go. But I know this has been the longest guide, but I'm just really emphasizing on how, like I want to really show off everything. Plus, you know, like I said, I'm changing a little things up here. Plus, it's Astolfo, so yes, I'm being showing a little favoritism here. But, not really favoritism. It's just, you know, I want to display more, being he is the first rider class of the game. Actually, I think there's only, like, maybe 3 rider classes in this entire game. I think it's Astolfo. I'm pretty sure. No, I keep forgetting. Is Drake? I think Drake is also a rider class. I want to say she is. Let me see. Yep, no, she is a rider class. Okay, no, there's like what, 4 rider classes of the game. And even then, I can't tell you because I don't have any of them leveled up besides, what's his name? Because, yeah, he's the only one I have leveled up right now. But there's a huge difference between his power level and defense and Astolfo's, so I want to make sure to really explain how to get behind Astolfo and how to really learn to play as him, especially with the handicaps he has. And I think the character is more or less just for funsies in the game, and really fan service, honestly, because sure, he's serious when they put him in there. It's just when you think about it, it's really just one of those, he's here mainly for the fans, you know, he has, and he also did kind of win a Holy Grail War, so I think he kind of just, you know, earned the right to be in this game. At the very least, he did win the Holy Grail War. So, much like Nero, although she's very popular, I do believe she deserved the right to be thrown in the game as well, being she also won the Grail War. But besides that, I mean, I knew he's a bit more of the complex characters to play as. He's not as easy as everyone thinks just because what? I mean, sure, I put on some pretty simple stuff, and I proved to you without a, you know, second to hesitate, I don't even have half, you know, my skills and stuff set into him. That's put to make him money, and I'm beating everything up. And just imagine how much power he could have if he had the full, if he had the full set. If I would have died, that would have been the question. So, I think I think that I'm trying to debate on when I want to do the next guide for. I don't even know how. I'm gonna just call it. I'm gonna say Ku. I don't know how to say his name actually.
I'm gonna just call him Chew because CHU, it sounds like Chew, so yeah. How's it going, Chew? But I mean, he's gonna be our first Lancer class, actually. We'll be doing a Lancer now. And he was actually rather fun to play as. I mean, he was just enjoyable, so I look forward to playing as him during the next guide. When the next guide is going to be, I am not sure, but I can say though it may be in a week, it may be sooner. I have no idea yet, but I would just like to say that. And I would like to just as a reminder, I will be making a small little video for Astolfo, just kind of for funsies, but that and the character rankings will be done after all this is done. And whatever side game I'll be doing, yeah, it's just a side game. If anyone wants to actually just see me kind of chill play as everybody and not just take it serious and just chill play it so I could just stream, we could all chat instead of it, you know, being business all the time, like with the past, what, 7 servants? It's all been pretty serious until I got to Astolfo, and yeah, I said fuck it and threw all sorts of seriousness out the window to get, you know, things done. But I mean, if you want to see just kind of a chill stream, if you want to see, I know I'm going to assume the community I'm a part of, I'm going to assume we're going to have a PvP battle soon. And at the very least, if that's not the case, I might actually host one and I will stream the entire fight, or the entire time we're fighting, and yeah. And how long will that be? I have no idea. But if that's something you guys want to see, just say something. I'm not asking about, you know, comments or not, you know, why not? And there, I would also say, if you do request that, I will also go back through and do like a Robin Hood. I never got a chance to fight him with him online. I don't think I ever got a chance to fight with Tamino, or maybe, I don't know about Nero, maybe. I think I did Nero, but the general point is I'll go back through and I'll redo other servants. Plus it gives you a chance, just in case I don't hit the servant with a online battle, you'll get a chance to see that too. So, but the goal is really just kind of like a makeup anyways on how to build them. I'll also be explaining everything in the background to why they're like that as well, and kind of like a quick recap on them for online battling. So yeah, that's the general gist. But you know, I will be saying that PvP up, or if you just want to fight, then yeah, let's fight. That's it. That's pretty much the whole intent. But if I do get that going, or if I do join battle like that, I will be hosting up the servants I did not get to fight with online for you guys. So with that being said, I am going to say I hope you guys learned something. I hope this actually opened up your eyes about Astolfo, and you know, maybe raise his ranking in your opinion. Like, everyone has their own ranking system on how good each servant is. Everyone has their own opinions about all of them, so I just know are you finished yet? Yes, you are. Thank goodness. Fuck you, Janae. You got replaced. But I know everyone has their own personal preference on you know, who's the best, who's the worst. So I hope this may have changed your opinion, or at least giving you something to think about, so you could be like, you know what, maybe I might want to retry Astolfo, or just try him to begin with, for at least, you know, what these guides were intended for is for you to learn something. Not for the views, not for the likes, not for the subs, just so you learn something. So yeah, I hope you guys did learn something. I can't wait to get into our first Lancer soon. So with that being said, who the fuck are... Who should be... Too bad you couldn't have more support troops, because all they really are is like cosmetics. I want to just throw everybody as a support troop and randomly throw them out. But with that, I say thank you, and I will see you guys later.